Hello, I'm here at Soul Farm with Sprout, and we are both excited because this weekend the horses are coming back. BJ and Yogi and Boogeyman and of course the goat Gunther are going to be coming back to Soul Farm from their winter homes. We have a few things to do to get ready before they come back, so why don't you come on with me, and later in this video I'm going to share with you their welcome home party as they come back. We've had a good spring this year, so the pastures are all green and thick, so the horses are going to have plenty to eat. So in a corner of our pasture, we've got a three-sided shelter. Horses like being outside for the most part. Sometimes even you'll see them standing outside in a rainstorm or a thunderstorm, and they're just as happy as can be, but you want to give them the option. So this shelter will get them some protection from the elements, from wind, from rain, from bugs, or even from the hot sun and the heat. So I'm just cleaning it up. It's still a little messy from last year. It's kind of like the kids coming home from college who want to go in and vacuum up their room. But unlike the crowd that you vacuum up from your teenager's room, this mess actually has some use, as you're going to see in a moment. It's probably just about what you'd guess. So here's my compost pile. It's pretty empty right now because I took everything that was in it last fall, put it on my garden to feed my soil over the winter. But this will be a good start for this year's compost pile. I think most farms have a four-wheeler now. They're so useful. You can hitch all sorts of stuff to them. Here's my wagon that I can use for this and all sorts of other things. And if you look at the video Fall Pasture Poop Patrol, you'll see other things that I hook onto the back of the four-wheeler. We use electric fencing in our pastures. It's kind of inexpensive, it's easy, it's flexible, so it, if it breaks, you can kind of just retie it. But every spring, I need to make sure that current is still running through it. The horses really respect this. Usually they just get a little zap once, and that teaches them to just not challenge the fence anymore. So of course our horses go through a lot of water, and I like using multiple tanks, not only just to make sure that they've got all the water that they need, but just in case something happens, like some unfortunate critter falls in. A couple of times I've found birds in there. Ugh, that's kind of gross. But this will make sure that their water stays clean if I don't catch that immediately. And then I like to have a couple short ones so that Gunther the goat can get at his water easy too. Okay, the horses have water, they've got lots of food, the fences are good, their shelter is clean. I think we're ready. This is Lana. She's the horse's owner. Oh, Gunther. He knows where he is. Gunther was so friendly to me when I came by and visited him over the winter. Hi, Yogi. They're like so calm. I thought they might be a little excited.
They will be in a minute. Yeah. They're breathing hard. He's ready to go. Don't let him go yet.
Now, if you haven't been out to Soul Farm, you haven't met our horses. The one closest to us is Yogi, and the one farthest away is BJ. And of course, the little one in the middle isn't a horse at all. That's a goat. That's Gunther. These two spend the winters together. They're kind of like siblings. They live together all the time, so they're pretty close. We have 3 horses all together. You'll meet Boogeyman in just a moment. But I enjoy seeing how these guys are settling in. They're obviously very comfortable. They spent all last season here, so they know where they are. It's always fun to see when they take off for the first time. These guys do like to run, and here they've got lots of space to stretch out. I think even Gunther's feeling good here. Look at him stretch it out. He thinks he's going so fast.
Oh no.
One of the things I like best about these guys is they're really, really friendly and personable. They love attention. They love getting their pets. They do love food.
They've been counting the minutes. They've been counting the minutes till you come home. Till you come here. Yes. Yes. I don't have what you think I have. I know this isn't really bad.
Like you need more.
You're gonna have some.
Yeah.
Gonna.
And so I think we've got these guys settled in. They look happy. They're running off to see their room. They're probably going to put posters up on the walls or something. And I think I'm just as happy to see Gunther as I am to see them. Little cutie. And I know someone else that's going to be happy to see Gunther. Somebody who will be arriving tomorrow. But in the meantime, we'll say goodbye to our friends that were so nice to bring the horses over to us. It's nice to have BJ and Yogi back in the pasture. Sprout is our official greeting community here at Soul Farm. She watches the road and waits for people to drive up our driveway. Connie is pretty used to dogs running around, so she's not concerned. I'm so impressed with the way Connie drives the truck and the big horse trailer. I think farm girls are great.
Connie, it's always fun to see you come out of your pickup. You're such a little gal driving this big rig.
And this is the small one.
Sprout, let her be.
And so with a lot of
Hi,
drama,
Bugs.
meet Boogeyman.
Everybody's gonna come and see.
And look at Boogeyman's friends are waiting for him. They look excited to see him. Last year when Boogeyman came, he was really nervous, a little stressed out. He looks really calm this year. He knows where he is, and he knows his friends. And here I am leading Boogeyman through the stall out into his pasture. I'm going to keep the 3 of them separated just for a little while till they can get reacclimated, used to one another again. With horses, the herd, it's always best to take a little bit of time. Let everyone get comfortable before you introduce a new horse to the herd, and pretty much BJ and Yogi have been their own herd for several months now. Now Gunther, I don't worry about one bit. Gunther and Boogeyman are real good friends. As I said before, last year Boogeyman was really anxious and stressed when he arrived here. It was a whole new place, he didn't have any friends, and then Gunther came along and spent the evening with him in his stall and just welcomed him and made him feel comfortable. But this year these 3 seem to be kind of getting along fine. Now my plan had been to keep them separated for at least a day to let them get used to one another again, but Boogeyman seemed to want to get in the big pasture with the other guys, so I put him in there and it all went fine. Everybody settled in together. There was some jostling to get the herd dynamics back in place, and I'm going to cover that in a future video. That's a fun study in horse psychology. But it's just wonderful having the three of them and Gunther back here at Soul Farm again. It's going to be a great year.